Trust betrayed, shocking revelation. He came home late again, smelling like expensive cologne and cheap excuses, and I could practically taste the lies on his lips when he kissed me. The tension between us was thick enough to choke on, but lately, he'd been glued to his phone, grinning at messages he wouldn't share, laughing at inside jokes I wasn't part of. My gut twisted every time he mentioned his new coworker, the one with the impossibly perfect hair, and when he started stepping out to take calls in the hallway, I knew something was off. I confronted him, voice trembling, asking if there was something he wanted to tell me. His eyes went wide, and he just shook his head, swearing nothing was going on. The fighting got ugly. I accused him of things I couldn't prove, he accused me of being paranoid, and our apartment turned into a war zone of slammed doors and silent treatments. One night, after a particularly vicious argument, he stormed out and didn't come back until sunrise, claiming he'd just been driving to clear his head. I spotted a familiar name on a sticky note in his jacket pocket, my ex, the therapist who broke my heart before he did. My blood ran cold, but he brushed it off, saying he'd been seeing a therapist for his stress, and it was just a weird coincidence. Days passed and the tension simmered, but one evening, his phone buzzed across the counter while he was in the shower. I recognized my ex's number instantly, and something in me snapped. Instead of letting it fester, I confronted him as soon as he came out, demanding to know why he was talking to the one person I'd begged him to stay away from. He went pale, stumbling over his words, and finally admitted the truth. The flirty-sounding texts and late-night calls weren't to his coworker at all, they were to my ex, his therapist, and they'd crossed every boundary I thought was sacred. Turns out, he'd been confiding in my ex about our relationship, spilling our secrets and fears, while my ex blurred every professional line, giving him advice on how to keep me close, advice that was never really about helping us, but about keeping himself involved in my life. The betrayal crashed over me in waves, not because he'd cheated, but because both of them had stolen my trust, using my pain as a way to stay connected to me. I realized the real twist wasn't just their deception, but my own inability to let go of the past, and how that open wound had let them both back in, hidden in plain sight.